Hello everyone, welcome to Ayim Craft. Welcome to today's tutorial. In today's tutorial we'll be learning this round shape crossbody bag. Okay, it is super easy and beginner friendly. This is what you are looking for. Please watch this video to the end of it. To my returning subscribers and my new subscribers, God bless you. I love you so much. You are the backbone of this channel, and that's why I will keep on posting things that will improve you and your skill. Okay, so this is how the bag is going to look like. So this is how I've cut the shape of the bag. I've cut it out, and the circumference from edge to edge is 9.5 inches. Okay, it's 9.5 inches. No matter where I turn my tape is going to give me 9.5 inches because it's round. So I know a lot of you will be asking, how did I get it? I just picked my my plastic rubber which we use on daily basis, and the circumference, can you see the measurement, is marking 9.5 inches, and I place it on my fabric. Okay, I place it on my fabric and I trace it out and I cut it with my scissors, and it gave me this to save time. Okay, after this is the back panel. So, and this one is the front panel for the crossbody bag. So this is the front panel, and it's measuring 10.5 inches by 10.5 inches for both sides. Okay, so I've split it by 2, and this smaller part is measuring 4 inches by 10.5 inches, while the bigger part is measuring 6.5 inches by 10.5 inches. Okay, so this is how I'm going to sew my zipper to it. Okay, this is how I'm going to my zip clothes to it. So good side of my zipper facing good side of the fabric. Can you see? Facing good side of my fabric. You can turn it whichever direction you want, no problem. So after placing it, I will now place my good side of my lining facing good side of the fabric, and I'll stitch it round. Can you see? I'll stitch it straight. I'll stitch it straight and then cut out the excess zipper. Then after cutting out the excess zipper, can you see the results? Then I will now turn it and cut and top stitch this side the way we normally do it. You remember, I will now stitch it. I will arrange it very well with the help of my hand, and I will top stitch it, applying my oil to it. But if you are using clothes, you don't need oil, so I will top stitch it as shown. Okay, after top stitching it, can you see, I will take that smaller part which is measuring 4 inches by 10.5. I'll place as shown, good side facing good side. Okay, after that I will now carry my lining and I'll place it lining to lining, good side of the lining facing good side of the fabric. Can you see? So I place the lining and I place the fabric since it's facing the lining, and I place the other smaller fabric and I sew it and I top stitch. But watch the way I top stitch this top side. I top stitch it, leaving the other part of the lining slipping to the other side. Okay, I just arrange it very well and I top stitch it without the lining. I did not top stitch it with the lining. Can you see? I just arrange it, apply my oil, and I top stitch it without the lining. Okay, can you see it? So after that, I will insert my zip puller. After inserting my zip puller, I will now slip the other lining to the other side of the lining, and then I will now sew it to form a pocket. This is another method of forming a pocket. Okay, after sewing it, can you see I've already formed my pocket? Can you see how it looks very neat and professionally finished? Can you see the pocket is already formed? After doing this, I will now cut out or trim out the excess lining that I don't want. Okay, after doing this trimming out the excess lining, I will now carry that back panel and place it on top of this front panel. Then I will now trace it out. Can you see how easy and simple this can be? It's very easy. All you need is concentration, patience, and you will get it right. Okay, after tracing it out as shown like this, and I will now carry my scissors and cut it out. Okay, after cutting it out, I measure this lining, which is meaning 13.5 inches by 9.5 inches. Okay, so I want to form a pocket for it. It's optional though, so I'm going to sew it as shown. Just watch the way I'm sewing it, leaving an opening. Okay, I just sew it, leaving an opening, because I'm going to turn it over to form my inner pocket. Okay, so after sewing it, I'll just trim the necessary things that I don't want, the unnecessary things I mean to say. So after doing that, I'll go ahead and turn my pockets. After turning it, I'll just align it very well, pushing the tip outside so that it will slip very well. Can you see? Okay, this is how I turn the pocket. Okay, after turning the pocket, I'll now go ahead and iron it if I have an, or I'll local iron it with my machine head. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay, after doing that, I'll go to that side that is not open and I'll run a straight stitch on it. Can you see how I'm doing? All these things are practical. Everything is shown here. So after doing this, I will now carry another piece of lining. I'm going to sew this pocket to it. Okay, I'm going to sew this pocket to it. Okay, so after I just carry like 10 by 10 inches lining. Okay, I just carry 10 by 10 inches lining. Okay, after I now sew it like this. Can you see? I just sew it like this to form the pockets. Okay, so this is how I'm going to sew it. Can you see? So whichever side that is your front up pockets, you just upside, you just sew it. So this one lining is for the what is it called, this up lining is for the front panel. So I just cover it up also. As you can see, I just cover it up with the lining, as you can all see the way I am doing it. So you don't need any if you don't have a what is it called, if you don't have industrial machine, you can use local machine to achieve any kind of thing that you want with diligence and patience and being careful and detailed. Okay, after that, trim out your excess lining. Okay, after doing this, I did it for the both panel, front and back. So this is my gusset. This is the front gusset, which I measure 11.4 by 5 inches. Okay, 11.4 by 5 inches. And I also, this is the down gusset, which I measured 19.5 inches by 4 inches. Okay, 19.5 inches by 4 inches. So, and I'll delete the up gusset, which I'm marking it out. As you can see, I'm marking just 2 inches from that 5 inches, and I will draw it out with my ruler. Okay, after drawing it out with my ruler, I will now carry I will now go and cut out the lining. Sorry, I'll cut out the lining, then I will sew it just the way we normally sew gusset, zipper to gusset. So I'll place the good side of the zipper facing good side of the fabric, then I'll now place the lining facing the good side of the lining facing the good side of the fabric. Then I will now stitch it round straight. Can you see? So after stitching it straight, I'll trim out my excess I'll cut out my excess zipper. Then after cutting out my excess zipper, I will now go ahead and top stitch it all around the four corner of it. Can you see? After that, I will repeat the same method to the smaller 2 inches that I cut out. Okay, I will repeat the same method to the smaller inches that I cut out. Can you see? This is super easy and beginner friendly. So you do as I am doing mine, or you can do yours later. After that, I'll now cut out or trim out the excess lining that is not necessary. Okay, after trimming out the excess lining, I will go ahead and insert my zip puller. I have 2 zip pullers for this, so I will insert them. Okay, after inserting the zip puller, I'll now need to a kind of up handle, the up handle you are seeing. So I'll now go ahead and measure 8 inches by 2 inches. Okay, 8 inches by 2 inches. Then I'm now going to fold it and sew the two edges together to form, so that it will slip well and it will look neat. Okay, I'll just run a stitch to it so that it will slip well and it will look neat. Okay, so this is how I'm doing it right now, as you can see. Okay, after getting this, I'm going to look for the midpoint of this my up gusset, but I'm going to look for the midpoint where I'm going to attach the hand, which is going to be that 3 inches that I left, not the 2 inches that I cut, the bigger part. Then I'm going to mark, since this handle is 8 inches, I'm going to mark 6 inches, meaning 3 inches for both sides. Okay, 3 inches for both sides. Then I'll now place it like this as shown, and I'll just sew it. Okay, can you see? So I've sewn it. After sewing it, I'll now get this one again, which is 4 inches by 1 inch. 4 inch by 1 inch. I'm going to divide it into 2, which is going to give me 2 inches by 1 inch. So this is where I'm going to insert. This is what I'm going to use to insert my square ring, oval shape, or D ring, anyone that you want. So I'm going to place it as shown. Just follow it step by step, and I tell you, you're going to get it perfectly okay. So this is how I'll stitch the side of it. Okay, I'm just going to stitch it as shown. Can you see? After that, I'm now bringing out my down gusset and the down lining for the gusset. So I'll place it as shown, the fabric facing the fabric and the lining facing the lining. Okay, the good side facing good side for both the lining and the fabric. So I'll just put it, place it like this, and I'll go and run a straight stitch for both edges. I'll just run straight each for stitch for both edges. Okay, after running the straight stitch for both edges, I'll turn it over and align it very well. Then I'll now top stitch it. Okay, I'll now top stitch it. Okay, after top stitching it, I'm now going to sew this other down gusset lining attached to the down gusset panel. I'll just sew it round to secure it. I'll just sew it round. Then I'll now trim out the excess that I don't want. Okay, after that, I'll now find my midpoint, the midpoint for the bag. Okay, I'll find the midpoint for the bag, the gusset, I mean the up gusset, the two side, and the down gusset also, the two side of the down gusset. Okay, after getting that midpoint center, I will now look for I will now find the center panel, center for the panel, both the front and the back panel, up and down. Okay, up and down. So you know your up where you fix your pockets. Okay, after doing that, I will now join the main panel to the gusset. So this place that I place my logo and where the zipper is going to face this upside where the handle is, notch side to notch side, good side facing good side. Then you now turn it with my hand as shown. Okay, I'll just turn it with my hand as shown, and then I'll place it like this, notch side to notch side. I'll arrange it very well with the help of my hand. Okay, then I will now sew it round. Can you see? I'll just sew it round. So viewers, is at this point, if you find this tutorial helpful, impactful, and educative, please do well by giving it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, download this video, share it with your friends, and so that it will reach the right audience. Okay, so I'm now joining the back together. I am sewing the gusset to the panel. Okay, after doing this, I'm now going to cover it up with my bias tape. I'll sew it round with my bias tape. Can you see how beautiful it looks? cover the rough edge with the bias tape. So you now carry the other panel, this zipper side facing the handle side, okay, I mean this pocket side facing the handle side, sorry, then north side to north side. Then you now arrange it very well and they sew round. After sewing round, you just cover it with your bias tape. So please and please don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video, okay, this tutorial, so that it will go far to the right audience. So thank you so very much for staying around. Thank you for watching. To my returning subscribers, I love you so much. To my new subscribers, choose the right parts. And this bag is having a handle. I sewed the handle measuring 45 inches by 2 inches, and I sew it just the way I sew this upper handle. So I just sew it, put the hook and for hanging. If you are familiar with my videos, you know how I normally sew this up handle the sling, I mean the sling for the crossbody. So can you see how this bag is? At least it's not that tiny, and it's August is very beautiful. So thank you so very much. Thank you. So with this, I will start